Welcome to Forward Pass for all the latest AI news. How many chip suppliers does a frontier AI lab actually need? Anthropic just answered 4. And AMD paid up to $5 billion to make it that many. Here's the setup. AMD is investing up to $5 billion in Anthropic. In return, Anthropic will deploy up to 2 gigawatts of AMD's Instinct MI 450 GPUs to train and run Claude. That's the deal. 2 numbers, 1 direction. Money flows one way, hardware and demand flow the other. The framing matters. This isn't Anthropic switching off NVIDIA. It's Anthropic adding a 4th compute platform. Claude already runs on multiple silicon stacks. AMD's Instinct chips now join that mix at genuine frontier scale. 2 gigawatts is not a demo. It's data center grade capacity. The kind of number that used to sit on utility spreadsheets, not chip announcements. For context, OpenAI is negotiating a 3.2 gigawatt power deal in Georgia for a single site through 2032. That's the unit these deals are being written in now, gigawatts, not GPUs. For Anthropic, more supply means fewer bottlenecks. Training runs get bigger, inference gets cheaper per token, and crucially, one vendor can't hold the roadmap hostage. For AMD, this is a foothold in the exact market NVIDIA has owned. Instinct chips have been strong on paper for a while. What they haven't had is a marquee frontier lab publicly committing to buy at this scale. Now they do. Here's the part worth pausing on. AMD has now signed similar arrangements with Meta and OpenAI. Chip company invests in AI company. AI company commits to buy chips from chip company. Rinse, repeat. Critics have a name for this. They call it circular. The cash goes out one door and comes back through another as a purchase order. The revenue and the investment are the same money, wearing different hats. NVIDIA doesn't need to play this game. Its customers are already lined up around the block. AMD is playing catch-up, and this is what catch-up costs. That doesn't make the compute fake. The GPUs are real, the data centers are real, the training runs are real. But it does change how you read the numbers. When a chip maker's growth is partly funded by its own investment in a customer, the demand line on the earnings deck starts looking a little bit like a mirror. There's a forward-looking read here too. Anthropic is reportedly preparing a potential Claude Opus 5 rollout. That reporting isn't confirmed, but the direction is clear. Bigger training runs, longer context, more agentic capability. All of it eats compute at a rate that makes today's clusters look small. 2 gigawatts across MI450s is not a hedge. It's provisioning for a specific ambition. If Anthropic wants to stay in the frontier conversation, the compute floor keeps rising, and this deal raises it. 3 things to watch from here. First, does AMD's Instinct MI 450 hold up under real Anthropic training loads? Paper specs and production loads are different animals. This deployment will be the public verdict. Second, the circular deal pattern. Regulators and public market investors have noticed. Expect scrutiny of how these investments are booked and how much of AI chip revenue is actually independent demand. Third, the platform count. Anthropic is now on 4 compute stacks. That's expensive to maintain. If it works, expect other labs to copy the playbook. If it doesn't, expect a quiet consolidation. Either way, the age of any single lab betting on any single chip vendor is ending, and this deal is the loudest evidence yet. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe for all the latest AI news.